that I should come here today and talk about the P Diddy case. I mean, I had a whole day yesterday and today to think about it, to really come on here and give my opinion or what I think. It's a lot to swallow, honestly. It is a lot to swallow. Absolutely lot to swallow. I mean, the prosecutor, the defender, the lawyers who were talking about the case, the opening statement, they did good. I think they won the opening statement, to be real honest, because the question that leaves in my mind is whether this whole thing has anything to do with embezzlement. Like, Diddy is being charged of racketeering, conspiracy, sex trafficking, and transportation to engage in prostitution. And the more I listen to the case, the more I'm thinking that the case has to do with domestic violence. I was on TikTok earlier today talking about it, and I never get any reception, as if people think that Diddy is a monster. Based on what I'm seeing here, a lot of people think he's a monster. But if you look at the whole case as face value, you would think that he's a monster, because I don't know what he did in his bedroom, and the behavior he had was horrible and awful. Absolutely awful. He was violent. He was, to me, his behavior was can be conceived as predatorial, to be real honest, based on what he was doing. Like, for example, he was, when Cassie testified, she said that he had a sex worker, and when they had the freak off, he when they had a freak off, he hired somebody to have Cassie have sex with that person while he sit and watch. And then she ended up being urinate on. It's just, I don't know. I cannot imagine, honestly. I cannot imagine having somebody urinate in my mouth. This is not alleged. This is what happened. This is what he did. This is what she did. She said that she was drugged up when she's doing all of this. When she're doing the freak off. And the thing is, she often pay for the freak off. And she also called the people for the freak off. You know how much those people, those prostitute gets and those escort gets? They said between $1,500 to $6,000 they could be paid. That's good money for one session. And the more experienced you are, the more money you get. He was violent. And I'm not going to say, yes, the guy was violent. Even when she was on her period, he made her do those freak off. I can't understand it. I mean, she claimed that she did not have any choice in the matter because she was afraid that he would post her video, he hold the video over her. She never concretely said, like 100% that is why she didn't get out. It wasn't clear, it wasn't definite when she gave her statement. I don't think it was definite because I tried to read some of the transcript. People have some of the transcript already. We all know that I've never heard of these things. I've heard of it, like women go to Dubai or whatever, and them do freaky shit like that. But I wouldn't know. I just don't know that. She said she was 22 when it started. A 22-year-old. I mean, when I was 22-year-old, I had a son. I had some sense. I know right from wrong. But I know that sometimes we do things and we get caught up into things that not necessarily we want to be caught, we want to be doing. And it's just horrible. And if you say, if I go now and I say something like, I don't agree, or she did it all voluntary, some people is going to get pissed off and said that she was coerced into it. But she was out and about with him all the time. And that begs me the question. She filed a lawsuit in 2022 and he paid her. They settled. That's before this case. Yeah. Before the government decided to charge him. It's not she who charged him. So he paid. So because he settled, that makes him look guilty. But she accept the money without going to the police. That makes her look guilty too. I'm just weighing it. His behavior is horrible, inhumane, right? It is. I've never heard of anything like this before. I mean, like, she's such a pretty girl. She's good looking. She could get anybody she wants. She didn't have to do all of that. She had her whole career ahead of her. But guess what? He promised her that she's going to be a superstar. And that superstar did not happen. Breton, can you stop? That superstar. She didn't become a superstar. She did have the courage to come forward. And I believe that I really give her a lot of props to testify today. And I believe she will be testifying until Thursday because she haven't been she's gonna have to answer to a lot of questions. She said he kick her, punch her, allegedly do all of that to her. The relationship was toxic. Some of us are in toxic relationship. And so some of us understand that when the relationship is toxic, sometimes we keep going back. They said when a woman is in violent relationship, it takes them about 7 times to get out of it. But you must understand too, money was also involved. So when people have those fame and fortune, sometimes that get them caught up into certain things and certain behavior. Is she 100% innocent? I don't know. I don't think so. My opinion is I don't think she's 100% innocent. Do he coerce her for the entirety of the 10 years that he was with her? I don't think so. I think she was afraid to some point where well, she's smart also because she did collect some money and she's trying to prosecute him now to the fullest. There was text message that was read in court that it seems as if she was consensual. It proved that she was consensual. So there was no gun hold to her head. And I mean, a lot of people have a lot to say, like, women who are abused, this and that. But we can't go into her head and knowing where she's at for sure, 100. We're just assuming. We're all assuming that she was in Stockholm syndrome. She couldn't come out of it because she feel fear for her life. Yada yada yada. Hi everybody. To me, they both is to be blamed. Yes, Diddy, he has, I think he has more to lose. He can spend the rest of his life in jail. I don't understand why these men put themselves in these situations. Just because you have money and power, it makes you crazy. It makes you do all of these things to other people, dehumanize people. That's what he did to her. Somebody piss in your mouth. That's what that is. It's dehumanizing. Honestly, I have to give her a prop to really sit there and talk about some stuff that is detailed as that. And trust me, they made it so that it is so detailed that is unbelievable. Like she had to go into instances of things that happened to her. That's what that is. She had to. And I mean, there was one point yesterday when they had one of the male escort and saying that he saw Diddy hitting her. Well, Cassie was the one who paid him. Is it that he forced her to pay or to look for escort? Or she did it willfully? She didn't have any friends that she could confide in so she could get out of it? I don't understand it. Honestly, I don't. Yes, he has a violent nature, but they even go into the smell of the room, guys. Like how the room smell after a freak off. For some of you who don't know what a freak off is, a freak off is where Diddy, Breton, you are interrupting me. Yes, you are. You're mumbling. So there, and it's, unless you want to join the conversation, there is a situation where she get male escort or whoever, she hire sex workers, or he hired a sex worker, whatever it is. She used to do it too. And they would come have sex with her or whoever. At that, maybe she was involved. And then she would have sex. And then Diddy would illustrate what they need to do. That mean whatever he desires. Sometimes he would join in, do whatever. I don't even know if somebody in their right mind would actually do or accept something like that. I can't see it. I know that when you're in a relationship sometimes and you're married, you have your kids, the guy abuse you, you tend to stay into the relationship. But I don't understand that you're in a relationship and you're being forced to do freak off. You'd stay into that relationship of the fear of it getting out. Me, if you have one video of me doing freak off, that's just me. I'll rather you show that one video than actually over a 10-year period, you ending up have 20 video of me. I'm sorry. I would have to come out at some point and I would put my foot down and said no. But I wasn't, I'm not in her position, so I actually can't even think. I'm not in her position, so I'm not here to judge. And I'm not judging her. I'm just saying that I'm glad she came out. I'm glad that she have the courage to come out and speak on this. She did file a lawsuit in 2022. That lawsuit, she didn't go to the police. That leaves question in my mind. Say, why didn't you go to the police? Why did you file a lawsuit wanting money? That doesn't make you look like you care about justice. That to me, that you care about the money. It's a monetary value. You was given some money. That put question in my head. There's lots of pieces. Guys, this girl is 38 years old. She's about 8 months pregnant. She can have baby anytime. This guy is 17 years older than her. Of course, he did take advantage of her. Yes, he did. He took advantage of her. He was the one who introduced her into this kind of sex life. He did. Right? When he introduced her into it, he watched and he directed. He actually direct what is happening. So for me, the relationship is rather complex, yes. I mean, anybody have anything? I would love to know if somebody have something here to say, because this is like, right? This is, I don't even know. Oh, I can't even, I can't, I can't. I can't. Well, it is horrible. It's not good. It's not good. It's not good at all. Now, today, I think at the ending of what happened today in court, I think um tomorrow his team has to fight to answer a lot of questions. A lot of questions need to be answered. And I hope tomorrow the defendant they can get some answers, because me listening to this make him look like a monster. I'm not gonna lie. Me listening to this made Diddy look like a monster, like he's the monster from hell. But everybody in Hollywood knew he was like that, and everybody still goes around him. And what I think he's manipulative because of the fact that he has the money. He who have money makes the rule. You ever hear that? He has a lot of money. That's what that is. And you can't do anything about that. That's what it is. And these people use their money to their advantages, and they treat people unfairly. She said she was afraid of him. She said to suffer. She said that he forced her to do things that she wasn't willing to do. But yet, when they questioned her, she did not say infinitely when the sex dancer, the escort was pissing on her. She didn't say stop. Like she didn't say just stop. He didn't. She said she didn't like it. She didn't want it. But when the act was happening, she didn't say stop. Is that because she was afraid, or tomorrow we'll get more, or she'll get more into it to make it more definite? Like I said no, and he didn't take no for an answer. Things like that. I didn't hear that. All of this, I didn't hear that. I didn't hear that he said no, he won't take no for an answer. I didn't hear that. Right? Honestly, I didn't. Did she willingly participate? That's the question. or did he coerce her into whatever she was doing? Right? So you want to tell me for 10 years he coerced you into doing freak off? That is what she wants the juror to believe, that he, for 10 years, he did that. You remember this story in France where the man um, drugged the lady and have people come in and have sex with her. And then he made a tape of it. And all those tape he made of it, she wasn't a weirdo. She was unconscious. So he did something to her that she wasn't aware of it. But in this case, Cassie, she was aware of it, even though she said she had to be drugged up when she was doing it. So there was a lot of drugs involved. And he kept the videos. He kept the videos so that he can use the videos to I didn't get the sense that he keep the video that he was threatening her to use it, or she said that she feared that he was gonna. Did he threaten her, or it was her that is it that she that feared that he's gonna release it? That wasn't clear to me, right? That wasn't clear at all. She said that when the relationship started, she thought the relationship would be monogamous, and it happened that it wasn't monogamous. She was seeing other people, and also did he saw other people too. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and justify. There's no way a man should put his hand on a woman. But the video, it happened in what they said, 2016. We all saw that video where he was in the video kicking her up. And she said today that that was one of their freak off session. And she says in between the freak off session, she didn't want to do it. So she stopped. And then he gets hungry because she stopped and she want to leave early. Him start to abuse her. That's horrible. That's his abuse. He was abusing her, no doubt about it. But why didn't she go to the police? She said because she was afraid. But that begs the question, why did she file a lawsuit and not go to the police? The same way she filed a lawsuit, she could have gone to the police. Is the police that go after Diddy? Is the government that went off of him? It's not she. She had nothing to do with that. She didn't do it. It's the government did it. So me, somebody do that, I would prosecute him to the I want to see him go down. I don't think I would sue him first. I don't know. That is the question that I'm thinking. Guys, I'm not justifying his behavior. Even when they just started out, his lawyers, when they opening statement, they said that he's horrible. He wasn't conventional. His sex life wasn't conventional, right? Him treat her horrible, but that doesn't make him be racketeering, and that doesn't make him be, he's a monster that way. They're saying that he wasn't embezzling her and he wasn't doing all of that. That's what the argument is. They're saying that all these things that he is guilty of, that's the argument they're trying to make in court, that all these things that he's guilty of domestic violence. But that's not what he's been charged with. He's been charged with racketeering, conspiracy, sex trafficking, and transportation to engage in prostitution. That's what he's charged with. No, racketeering, conspiracy, it carry a maximum of life sentences. Sex trafficking, get about 10 years. right? Transportation, something like 15 years that count. So I don't know. I honestly don't know. Is this case consensual? That's what the question is. How many people believe that Cassie is a victim or she was a partner in all of this? How many people believe that? A lot. A lot of people believe she's a victim. I would say a lot of people think that she's victim based on the sexual act that Diddy had committed. Yeah. A lot of people believe that she's a victim. But we must always know that she did bring a lawsuit against him and she did get millions and he settled. When people settle sometime, it's not because they're guilty, right? Because they want to just leave it alone. They just want to get it. And he's a billionaire. He have money. So even if you give her 50 million, that's nothing. That doesn't even dent in pocket, right? Well, she did say he threatened to release the videos. So I wonder, I don't know, people. It is awful. And I don't know if we have to keep watching every day. I want to come here about this time, 8:30, 9 o'clock, somewhere there, to discuss this until it's done. Because I think that I want to see where this goes to. I am very, very, very interested to see what happened in this case. Honestly, I do. I really want to see it. I mean, a lot of people have well, if you know the history of them both, he was jealous, overly jealous, right? He was dangling people off the balcony. He do explosive. He does a lot of stuff. The guy is a freak. The guy is horrible. The guy is. I just think that because he has money, he feel like he was untouchable. You want any of this? No, not really. He's untouchable, and that's what it is. He's actually untouchable because of his um his money that he has. And that is why my opinion is, even though we know what domestic violence look like, we cannot say we cannot say definitely that she was not a partner, or that what he did or how he behaved or what happened between the relationship was she didn't take part. We cannot definitely, even though we all know that when people have Stockholm syndrome, they do this, they do that, so on, so on, and so forth. But we need to understand that he's a billionaire, and a lot of people and a lot of women, young girls, young pretty girls will also go throw themselves at men like that because they want a quick, easy way out. She was a singer, she was pretty. He did promise her something, so she had her whole life, her whole career ahead of her. He did sign her to his record. That's how they get you. Right? What? That's how they draw you in. So he drew her in. Of course he drew her in. But at the same time, out of the 10 years, she didn't think that she was gonna leave. Why would she be doing all those sex acts? She was the one who called some of the sex workers, the dancer. She was the one who put it on. She was the one who she even they she was some of she did it for her own um birthday party. I believe that sometimes when you get caught up in certain lifestyle, it's just hard for you to come out of that lifestyle. That's what I think. I believe wholeheartedly that sometimes we get caught up in certain lifestyles. We don't want to let go, even though it's not good for us. Like some of us, we have money, and we're not going to leave, even though we see all of the red flag. Because let's face it, life is not easy. It is difficult out there. It's expensive. Food is expensive. I mean, here she is, pretty girl. I could not never in a million years think that that beautiful nobody, not because she's beautiful. I don't care about beauty at this point. Who would agree to something like that from the very first moment I'm with a man? And then, because I give you story time, guys. My husband, I went to his friend's home, one of his friend home, and the friend asked my husband if he wants to swap wife. I love his wife. I love the couple. We go there. I was in their basement with them, and the man asked if he want to swap wife. After that, I was not comfortable around that guy. I honestly was not comfortable around him because he saw something that he want and he's willing to swap wife. He wants me, but my husband said he wasn't getting a good deal. Maybe he would have taken it if the deal was equal. I don't know. If it was a pretty, if it's a, what? What it got to do with anything? You know what it got to do with anything? I am making the point that when you are with a man and the man say, okay, listen, to be with me, this is what has to take place. We have to go. It's a totally different thing because we have to go into an influencer. It's in the limelight, all that life. It's a totally different thing. That's why I'm trying to see where her head is at. Where I've never been in that lifestyle, but I am trying to see where her head is at. I'm just thinking that for me, I'm with a powerful man like that, and I know I wouldn't agree to it. There wouldn't be a first time. She didn't say he drugged her. She said she had to be under the influence when she attend that. That means she willingly attend it. She never, it's like it wasn't so
Did she have anything going on?
Yes.
So she didn't need him.
She made an album. He signed her on.
Yeah, no.
He signed her on. She was,
What that was about.
and she made one album. It was on the top 20. Never really, she wasn't really,
Obviously, didn't.
everybody know her as Diddy girlfriend. That's the title she got. So they didn't differentiate her at the time. She was pretty, she was beautiful.
She got suckered in.
Right, she gets sucked in. She loved it. She loved the money. She loved the limelight. She said that she couldn't do any of her music videos because the freak off was so often that she didn't have time. So I'm wondering if he paid her for all of that. Because I would put my foot down and said, no, I rather go sing and make $1. I don't. Somebody there give me some light on this because I can't see why a beautiful woman like that would get sucked in. He was hitting her in the face. She had to, if she's angry, he says, fix your face. He he would do all things, everything, anything. There wasn't anything off limit for him. There wasn't anything off limit. Even his workers were involved. Their relationship wasn't exclusive. So why would she do that? No man could. I'm sorry. No, it's the money. I try not to say this, and I try not to say this. I honestly try not to say this, but I honestly believe that money is the money, the fame is the fundamental reason why she did it. If she had a relationship where he was abusive to her, yeah, but it's not only just the abuse. She also involved in things that dehumanize her, that makes her less than or makes her feel less than. Guys, I know he has to come and he has to do this, and they were here all day. The place a burned down, yeah. Can't cook because I decided not to cook for him. Anyways, that's why you need a little office for yourself, right? Did you know one of the freak off they can pay somebody $6,000, 1,500 to 6,000?
So Wilford called me today.
Yeah, I'm on here. Did you know that they can pay somebody 15, 1,500 to $6,000 to to go do this, to do the freak off? That's what they pay. That's that much they pay. That's good money. So I mean, it's a work, right? And she paid the people. He couldn't get me to call anybody to come have sex with me. No escort. Me go call the escort, have sex with the escort. Guys, wake up. Can you stop the noise, please? He's not gonna stop. I'm gonna have to leave. Yeah, I'm telling you.
Some put plastic bags.
Some people would ask why Diddy would settle if he was innocent. Settle in the lawsuit in 2022 if he was innocent. Some people would ask that question. Anyhow, I think we all must understand and we all must be thinking that this is craziness. This is craziness. We all feel sorry for her. We all have humanity. We all I wouldn't want this to be with my 19-year-old daughter, a guy that is 17 years older than her, take advantage of her. That's what happened. But we cannot just look at one side. We can look at the side. This is how most people looking at it right now as we speak. Most people is looking at it. He's angry. He's jealous. He's not a delightful guy. He's horrible human being. He treats her like a dog. He treats her unhumane. Maybe if one would have thought you love that woman so much, why would you want somebody else, hire a sex worker to have sex with your woman that you love so much? Why would you? One would have thought that. He's horrible. He's a horrible human being. That's what everybody is saying. He's horrible. He's dirty because he has money and power and fame. He did that to her, and he deserved to be behind bars for all of his life. But we need to look at this here too. And I agree. I think that he should have some consequences. And some of these men that have money that sits on the throne deserve to be looked at carefully because they take young people and then promise them certain things. Right. She knew he had the money. She knew he had the power and she wanted the power. But what he did, he trapped her. He trapped her. She never gets anything. He trapped her because she only had one album out. So he trapped her and he promised her things. And I'm sure that some of we young people we feel it. What happened is when you're with a rich guy, I mean, forgive you a couple thousands of dollars, it doesn't matter. And he trapped her, he keep promising her and pull her in. And then she get trapped and then she get into the lifestyle because it didn't start right away. The freak session didn't start because she said she met him when she's 19 and all of this started when she's 22. So she had time with him. She said she wasn't his main woman. She says Kim Porter was the main woman, but she was in the background until Kim Porter get herself out of it. And then she was now the main woman. And then you know what upsetting too? Your children had to sit in the courtroom and listen to how horrible your father treat women. That is what it is. Horrible. He treated the woman. But guess what? She was there. She enjoyed it. She enjoyed it. She was there for 10 long years. 10 long years that woman was there. And she didn't came out of it. She didn't. She came out in 2022, but she's smart. I tell you, that woman is smart because she was keeping evidence on him. Because who did leak that video that happened in 2016? That was after a freak, one of them freak freak session. And she ran out of the hotel room because she said she wanted enough. And she wanted to leave and he wouldn't have her leave. She testified about it and they play it in court today. But we already saw that. And the defendant is trying to say that it didn't happen, but they can't. They can't say it didn't happen. It did happen. And she said that she stopped. It's not the first she stopped. That wasn't the first stop. She stopped and did something. And she said she had somewhere to go and she wanted to stop. And he was angry because obviously he had ownership upon her and she was owned by him. And so for some reason, he felt like he owned her. Obviously, he give her everything she wants. She allows it. And so he owns it. Now she's trying to get out of it. She couldn't get out of it. Right? Because the relationship was toxic and tumultuous. They were fighting all the time. Remember that incident that took place? I can guarantee you they're going to put it, it's going to be in the courthouse where she was at the bar or at the club, whatever it is, and she was fighting and she was like angry. So the whole of them angry. Them are going to point out that she's angry. Right? So she's not innocent either. Because she was cheating, he was cheating. They both did they both. Right? There was a power dynamics. We all know that the power dynamics play. But I'm going to tell you something. Look at Shannon Sharp. There's a power dynamic there. Sometimes these young girls, them like to get into relationship with men with a lot of money. These men with a lot of money, because them have a lot of money, their expectation get higher and higher. So and they prey on these little girls. And because they're preying on these little girls, they They expect more. Maybe if he had gone with an older woman, the older woman would have said, "No, I'm not doing that." Right? But the more she asks for, is the more he wants to live out his fantasy. Because as you get older and you have more money, you get is you feel like you are on a pedestal, or you feel like you're the prize bull. That's what it is. You're a prize bull. And because you're a prize bull, you have to get all your desires satisfied because you have the money to take care of that. Money can buy anything. And these young girls know that money can buy everything. So them get themselves in a power, a dynamic like that, which is the guy is here and you are here and you're willing, you're going at a relationship knowing that this is it. You didn't go into your equal because you know it. You know, oh, he has money. You go tell your friends and whatnot. Oh, he has money, and all you have to do is so on, whatever. And society teach these young girls that. There's this one girl on TikTok that she teach women how to exploit money from men. I listen to her. I listen to it. She call herself. She says, sprinkle, sprinkle. She always says, sprinkle, sprinkle. These are the things. And these young girls think that, okay, when them get the money, yeah, but they don't like what comes with the money. They have to be strong. Cassie had to be strong. Cassie didn't sign up for all of this. She get into the relationship. She thought, okay, this guy is rich and famous. He's going to get her famous. So she had to do dirty things. But then it never happened. And then she become bitter. Then all of a sudden, he employed a trainer. The trainer was with her. The trainer was training her. And then she started falling in love with the trainer. Right? Just like if you have a guy, a pool guy, and the wife is at home not doing anything, and she have a pool guy come clean her pool. Normally, our society teach you the woman always there home and she has do something with the pool guy because she had that money. And that is the dynamics there. And him come there, him service her a daytime and then go home. And the same thing. But she now felt ripped off. So then when she left and she was with the trainer, she had nothing. She just had to go back to a normal, simple life. And then she filed a lawsuit. She didn't go to the court. This is facts. This part is fact. She didn't go to the court. She didn't go to the station. She didn't do any. What she did, she filed a lawsuit and said to him, pay me up. The next day, they settled. That makes me think she got some monetary value, which is good. I'm not saying this isn't good, right? She got some money. She did got so she get some money, which you deserve. I'm not saying she deserve it because to be doing all those acts, you deserve it, right? And then as you get older, you realize that you have made a lot of mistake because as you grow, you realize, oh my God, I humiliate myself. What the hell was I thinking? Why did I do that? Why did I do this? Why did I allow this to happen? Why? Then she get herself one of the best lawyer. And the lawyer says, okay, this is what happened in the relationship. This is a high profile guy. In Harvey Weinstein case, all those women that come forward, they keep coming back, coming back, coming back. They want more. Why? Is it because of the money, the fame, the luxury life? Must be. Hmm. I know I might sound crazy to some of you, but listen, the jury is going to ask and look at all of this. This is in court. We don't know it's going to play out. Of course, the guy's a monster. Of course, the guy is dehumanized the woman. Of course, the guy using rich and fame to hold her down. Of course he did all of that. He's an angry fuck. Of course he's all of that. He's angry. Yes, he is. He's a menace. Yes. And pissing at the woman's mouth. Who the hell does that to the woman that they love? Of course. Of course. He's horrible. To me, him should spend some time in a jail. Of course. But she have to prove it. She has to prove it. Why did she stay? He did it. And did not he admitted this is facts because when they started out, they did say that. His lawyer said he is this, he did this, he did this, he did that. And they're going to make a case. When she came into court, she's pregnant, she's living a different life. I applaud her to coming forward because I'm sure a lot of people who go through those kind of stress and trauma, because it must be trauma for her at this point, she must be embarrassed, humiliated to be in court in front of the whole world stating what happened to her. Anyways, it is what it is. I don't know. I just feel like things that happened to her, well, they're saying that she has Stockholm syndrome, or they're saying that she was afraid that she couldn't leave. They're saying that she couldn't leave because she didn't want. It's not that she didn't want to. She was afraid of him. She was afraid those recording get put out there. Well, Kim Kardashian, her mother released the video and she got famous from it. They could argue that. I don't know. I'm just being the devil's advocate here. She was she got the sex workers, some of the sex workers. She went and got them. Hmm. There's a lot of stuff. It's horrific. I'm sorry that happened to her, honestly. I feel it for her. I honestly do. Right? It's true. That is so true. Sometimes when you're being controlled, it takes you a while. They said that study shows that women who are in abusive relationship, it takes them it takes them 7 times to get out of it. I don't think anybody go get nothing. There's no worse than this. I've never heard of a case that is worse than this. This woman go, she have freak off with different people all the time. She says because of the freak off, she could not do her music. She didn't have time to do anything else. She didn't. That's what she said. That mean it was a lot of time. It was happening all the time. Is $30 million I don't know if $30 million worth for me to traumatize myself like that all the time. She said she wasn't in her own mind. She had to be under the influence when she was doing it. That's what she said. She was under the influence when she was doing it. I don't know how she feels. She said she was under the influence. So obviously, if somebody has to be under the influence, that means it's not natural. They can't do something in them real space, them head space, without being under the influence. Because if I want to do something and I want to do it, like I want to drink the water now, I'm going to drink the water. There is no influence. But if somebody has to be under the influence in order to do a freak session, that means there's some kind of moral kicks in. There's something there is saying, no, there's something there. You have to do something. You have to pretend. You have to do. It's not natural for her. Listen, this is what I say. A lot of Black people put themselves into the position. A lot of people put themselves in the position. It's not the first that tried to carry us down. We all know that. Look at Shannon Sharp. He's not the first. They try. Look at him. He's on the top of his career. He got $100 million deal. Boom, right away. This girl he picks up on OnlyFans, talk all kind of shit, get that girl saying some stuff. Then now she's asking him for millions and millions of dollars. Just like that. Monique warned him, came on his show, warned him, and said to him, please, you need to find somebody your own age. You need to find somebody your own age. He didn't. And then they come and they do it and they try to bring him down. There's no actual crime, actually. When I look at it, because it's two consensual adult. But what makes it a crime is the fact that that video that they show in the court today, it's very damning. It shows that he's an abuser. Believe it or not. Well, they're saying that they're charging him with racketeering, sex trafficking, transportation to engage in prostitution. That's what they're saying. And where all of that comes in, they're saying that he have his workers to do his deed, to get people, and they go to different places and do that. And them have freak off sessions. Yes, it shows that he's is bedroom behavior is not normal. It is out of the norm. But people, I have to say this. You know that in Dubai, you have women that leave America, go there, do some crappy things in the bedroom there and get paid a lot of money. Maybe they pay them $110,000, $20,000 to do all kind of freaky stuff. I've heard it. Women do it. And they pay to do it and they come back home. You know how much one of these freak session is? $1,500 to $6,000. So if you're good, you get $6,000 if you know what you're doing. If you're the beast, if you if you're the F. Yes. Yeah. Simple. They do it. But they get caught up Like Shannon Sharp, him get caught up in this whole embarrassing thing. Right, them get a lot of bait. Okay, why like for Shannon Sharp now, he's in the pivotal of his career, right up here. Him getting a deal, boom, all of a sudden. It's almost like somebody is there to slap him right down. Yes, yes, we agree that somebody trying to take him down. Say somebody's trying to take him down. Why did he allow himself into that position when he have seen it all the time, over and over again? That when you get into a position, them try to take you down. Why? Why? You see it, and it's going to happen again. It's going to happen again. If you're a if you're a hockey player, if you're a basketball player, you have millions of dollars. Do you know that you have some women that target these men? And these men, they know, because they're not idiot. The coach tell them, they know, they target these men. They know that they're going to be at a certain place. Them follow them and then present themselves, make themselves available, bait these people and hook them, and then, right, and hook them. And when them hook them, they start dating them. Sometimes the men don't even know what happened. The woman sort them out. She's not gonna say, "Oh, I sort you out. I come and I sort you out." No. If I decided that I want a certain man I want to marry, you have some people who are definite in what they want. You have some girls who are definitely, some girls they want to be a cheerleader. Them go out of them way, them do the split, them do this, them train for long hours. They want it. People go out of them way like that. These men know. Yet you have money, that is what comes with money. People throw themselves at you. You get more women than ever. Right? When you look good, you get all, but when you have money, it's even sweeter. Look good plus you have money. Ooh, mwah. Right, weak men, them come. And then some men, as a woman come, okay, look one, let us talk about um, what's his name? The Canadian rapper. Somebody remind me what his name is. Remember, he met the girl one time at the time, and she opened her leg, boom, and get her pregnant. Before he accept that the child was his, he had to do a DNA. Because it's not like they had a formal relationship or anything. Maybe she target him, Drake. Right, look at Justin. Exactly. Haley, her friend, her best friend, came out and said that she saw Justin, she loved him, she wanted him for her husband. She want him. And she heard that he was going to be at that hotel and she present herself there. And he happened to just bump into her. And then he happened to she just put herself at there in the place where he's at, and she bait him, and he grabbed the bait, and then she hooked him, and that is where she's at right now with him. Honestly, I think if a woman wants something, they should go and get it. I don't see anything wrong with it, honestly, because I'm going to tell you the truth. If I was unmarried and I'm here and I don't have a man, and I decided that I don't want the guy sitting at the corner, and I don't want, I would go to Europe. I'll pay and I stay into a beautiful, nice hotel, and I will do certain things in order to beat a certain class of man. To be real honest, I would do it too. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you. And I have done that. I wanted to date a place in Florida, which was it's called Naples. I went there and I pay, and then I'm on the beach every day. I stayed there for 2 weeks, and I met a lot of interesting people. And I mean, you're not going to find like somebody who doesn't have money stayed at that place. Some of those places are like $800 a night. Now, if I'm staying at a hotel for $800 a night, them have all kind of stuff there going on. You must bump into somebody, right? And jump. And don't forget, she testified that she was taking ecstasy before getting with it. Yes, and she was. She was, yes, she was. It's the type of lifestyle she have. Most of these young people, they do recreational. Very well. She was pretty. She came on the scene. She had a good voice. She wanted to become a career singer, a musician. She didn't. Then he see her, him like her. He give her some bullshit story. He put her on his record deal. Him sign her up, and then after him sign her up, then she waited. A lot of people in Hollywood waited and did not get anything. A lot of people waited. Yes, lots of things. Look what happened to liquor weight. Exactly. Exactly. But look what he did just a couple days ago. He put him woman out. Cardi B was all over that. They were all talking about it. Right? Hit the like button, guys. Hit the like button. And I'm telling you, it's just crazy. It is crazy what happened to people every day and what people put themselves in the name of the Benjamin. In the name of the Benjamin, because sometimes we see the money, and sometimes we get caught up. And before that, we just get caught up into this life of misery. And right now, I mean, she got 30 million. She's enjoying it now. She wouldn't have made $30 million. And her husband is there. He loves her very much because every now and again he tweet how he can't, he just love her so. He love her. He love the $30 million that she got. I don't know. I have to question everything too. Right? It's not like she never get monetary benefit. She deserve it. Of course she deserve it. But somehow I don't want to look at the case. You have to look at the case. It's a reason why I don't know why she's there. I don't know why she stayed 10 years in a relationship like that and go all of the freak out parties. I wouldn't do the freak out. I would go with the rich guy, but I'm not doing any freak out. There's no way I believe that the man would love me and want me to do that freak out. I would tell him no. I'm not going to do it. That kind of lifestyle wouldn't be for me. That's where I would draw the line. I want the money, yes, but I would draw the line right there. I would say, no, you have enough money to go pay people. Go pay people. I am not humiliating myself like that. It's just not me. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't. I don't care what. I would not do that part. I would be his slave, maybe, do whatever, but I would not go let him pay other people to come and do something with me while he sit there get his pleasure on, and then he's illustrating to those people, oh, I wanted to turn this way, I wanted to turn the other way, oh, I wanted to do it that way, oh, I wanted to throw water on her, oh, I wanted to slap more oil on her, oh, I wanted to use your fist, oh, I want no. And he's there turning, he's a monster, but she allow it. That's not how I heard the story. I heard the story that Diddy employed a guy to train her, Cassie, and then Cassie start dating the guy. And then that guy eventually becomes her husband. And then after she got pregnant, because this is her third child, and then she's looking at the life that she once had and the normal life that she had now, and she's saying, oh my God, I spent 10 years with this man, I have nothing to show for it. So, and then she was gathering the information because she's not stupid, she had all the evidence. Obviously she had enough evidence for him to fork out $30 million. She knew what she was doing. She get the best lawyer, write it up, blah 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 blah. When she show it to him, obviously, if it was darn, it was a good evidence, right? Because she obviously, when you read through it, she must have good, solid evidence against him. And then he gave her the money, settled with her. Now, I'm sure that some of the stuff that they settled on, it probably was in legal. She can't talk about maybe some of it. Must. And she surely can't sue again on that, because I'm sure did the lawyer make it sure that she can't sue him again. And then the court, the government, the federal, they charge it, they're prosecuting him now. And then them call her, she's on the witness stand, testifying against him. And there's a lot of hole in her testimony. Like, people want to know, why did you stay for 10 years? Why did you make the call and call the dancers, the escort service? You were the one who paid them, right? Did he force you to pay them? Did he force you to call them? People, do you? I if I was one of the juror, I would want to know. I want to know, right? Because if one of them up there is gonna have objective, I just can't get it out of my mind. Why did she do? Yes, I understand that he's nasty. Yes, I understand that he's horrible. Yes, I understand that him do dehumanize her. Yes, I understand that he pissed on her. I couldn't understand it. I can't even focus on how awful that human being is. But why did she stay for 10 years? She had enough money too to plan and make a way out, because she was in control of a lot of the stuff. She had $6,000, she paid people, she traveled all over. For 10 years, she could have saved a chunk of money and get herself together, even though she wasn't doing singing. But she did love the life. She loved the luxury. She often show up on the red carpet. She didn't look bruised. She was all smiling. Yeah. I don't want you guys come for me, because I know some of you are going to come for me and say how, yes, he's a monster and that's all it is. But you got to look at some of the facts here. These questions are going to be asked. Right. And today, this is what they said. I wasn't in court, but they said that he looked at her and she did not look at him. She looked straight at her husband. She never looked at him. And you know what, too? She said she was in love with him. She said she loved him. Well, it doesn't matter if the whole world knows that she's a bust down. It's awful, yes. It's horrible, yes. But you know what? That girl have courage and confidence for come out and really, cause me I tell you the truth. Me I wouldn't want it come out like that either. Because the the defendant, they were just asking her a whole bunch of questions, like detail about what happened, how the room smell, how much oil, what happened. She said she wanted to get out of there to have this smell, then take her through the scent, through the. It's awful. Smell like fish. Then it smell why the world so stupid. Can you imagine? I know what it is. Have you ever gone into a room that smell like a little chuckle from the fact that about the oil. I don't know why people laugh about the oil. People been using oil from the beginning at time. He could have given him clove tea to calm his nature, not entertain like that. Trouble, trouble, trouble. You could have do anything, but listen, when somebody have that much money, when somebody have that much money, it's a different feel. They feel that they deserve every single thing. They feel that they are untouchable. That's what this guy feel like, he was untouchable. He didn't know that he was going to be behind bars. He thinks he has so much money. And notice it that they did not even release him, and him keep on trying to get released to at least come out and attend his court. No, he didn't. He's not untouchable. They wanted him. They wanted him there. They think that he's not bigger than life. He thinks that he was bigger than life. And that is what he gets because he's not bigger than life. Guys, you need to share. And who is not subscribed, please subscribe to my channel. Yeah. I'm gonna be back here tomorrow about 8:30 because I'm gonna tune in again. And I'm going to see, because they're not going to stop question her. I hope she don't have the baby. I hope she don't have the baby. Diddy is no more than a modern day high for everybody who wants the Playboy Mansion knew what happened there. Right. I know. All of them. Jay-Z, um, all of them. All of them. All of them know what happened there, and they all love it. It's almost like, ever hear about Sodom and Gomorrah? Sodom and Gomorrah, if I'm saying it right. You remember when the angel come and said to the family they must take his family and go, and when they are going out, they must not look back, and the wife was guilty. And she know what she was leaving behind. So she turned around and she turned in a pillar of salt. No, she's not pregnant by him. She has a new husband now. She's not pregnant by him. She have a new husband now, and she has 3 kids, not for him. You wouldn't marry her. She was with him for 10 years, and that is another thing too. She was with him for 10 years, and he did all that thing to her, and he never married her. Cassie Ventura and Diddy case I'm talking about. She was with him, and he's awful. He's an awful human being. Why didn't he make her his wife? Why didn't he give her the power she deserved after she did all that? I'm sure she would have been loyal to him. But she didn't make him, he did not make her his wife. That is why. And then look what happened. Just like Shannon Sharp, he's going under. His deal is put out the door. He's not, he's just, his whole life is going upside it down. Because these men, they don't plan. They think they're smart. They're so smart. They get so much money. They have all the fame. But what? You see, the Bible not lie. Samson and Goliath, right? There's always some woman that go bring your ass down. Always. Right, right? And bring young Miami, the house to replace her. And that is where he goes wrong. Because what should have happened, it could have never, because she get old now. And that's how these men are. They think you're replaceable. Even me. My husband tried to replace me before. That's men for you. They always, especially if them rich and powerful, they always want the young meat because them have you, them don't want to eat beef anymore. They want chicken. They don't want to eat pork every day. They want to change. They want steak. Right? That's what they want. Does anyone know this lady name? Lover. Smile. You love the smile? It's sweet. Sweet for you. My name is sweet. Listen, these people, these men, listen, did he think he's the prize bull? You know what is the prize bull? You ever heard about the prize bull? He thinks he's the prize bull, and the prize bull shall get anything the prize bull want. That is as easy as that. And he who has the money make the rule. Normally, them say he who has the gold make the rule, right? So what I think Cassie did, Cassie kiss us before she can kick it. Somebody tap me up for that. Remember you started saying Young Miami on all the red carpet with him, and Cassie knew her time was over. Right. She knew her time, but she's smart because she get 30 million out of him. She's smart because hear what she said. She says, "Oh, boss man, look here." She get the best lawyer, write up a whole 17 page. A shit. 17 pages. A document was written up. 17 pages, guys. And she took him down. She make it hurt. Right? She didn't bother with no law. She didn't bother go to no court. She just want the money. Just give me the money, pay me out. That's it. Me? 70, $30 million? It's a good chunk of change. I don't have to work ever in my life again if you know what to do. You just go live a modest life. Come out of Hollywood, go buy one cheap house. You can buy one house for $1 million and you still live beautiful. Good night, sweet savior. I'm telling you. But that guy is, right? He's the prize bull. So you know what happened to prize bulls? It get to them head. They're not smart. But Delilah is gonna get you down. She's gonna find out where is your weakness. That's it. And does he deserve it? Yes. Yes, he deserve it. Why him deserve it? Because him treat her unhumane. Yes. Him pissing her mouth. Yes, him deserve it. You have your beautiful princess like that and you dehumanize her like that. Yes, he deserve it. Honestly. So he think that he was untouchable. And he was in Hollywood for decades doing shit like that with that oil. When the FBI raid his home, how many bottles of oil? One person, how many bottles of oil that person have? Right? How many? It is a pity that a young girl from her early 20s to up to about 30, 35, but she what 38 now, right? She wastes her, but that is the best years of your life in your 20s. Your 20s are the best years of your life. You're young, you're vigorous, you're vibrant, you have lots of energy. He gets the best of her. And right now, she feel pissed that he didn't even marry her. All that for what? Didn't even get a ring on your finger. You get used and abused and boxed around. And people in Hollywood know and talk about you in that circle. They know it. They all know it. And then you want to come replace me? I think he extort that woman. Honestly, I do think so. I mean, you can't prove it. I mean, she consent to it, but I think that he bait her by letting her believe that he is going to make her career great because she came out as a singer and she did one album and that never go anywhere. And he never did make her great. And so she's sitting there. Instead, he make her his chick. Used her. Right? That's what happened. He used her and abused her, dehumanized her. If it was a 19-year-old daughter, what would you say? But she's not in the situation is technical. It is technical because if you have a 19-year-old daughter and you have somebody who manipulate her like that, it's awful. Because you must understand the power dynamics is he has the power. He who have the goal make the rule. No, honestly. No, that's what she wanted. People said that's what she wanted. No, she didn't want that. I think she want the money, she want the fame, she want the lifestyle. But she did not expect that that come with that lifestyle. That's my honest opinion. She wanted the money. She wanted to enjoy the life. She wanted to live in big mansion. She wanted to drive the best car. She wanted to wear the best clothes, everything. But she did not want what she didn't want. She didn't want the freak off sessions. That's what she didn't want. Yes, him too selfish. That is what I'm saying. Just like Shannon Sharp, you're with a 19-year-old and she have to be texting you and I ask you for $10,000. You have money. Help her out if you're with her. Make her nice. Help her out. But all of a sudden, these women, sometimes you want the woman, every time the woman asks you for some money, the price get higher and higher and higher. You want more and more. This time you want her to turn to the back. Then the next time you want her, no, first she start off by laying on her back. Then the next time when she asks you for something else, you want her to go on her forward, our knee. Then all of a sudden you want her to go on her head top. Then it get higher. You start to get, it's like you want to live out your fantasy, but you don't want to break. You don't want to give, you want to keep all of the money for yourself. If the girl make you happy, make her happy too. We don't need money to be rich, enjoy a little thing. I know you don't. You don't have to. But unfortunately, some people get caught up in these um in even social media. Some people get caught up in social media as soon as them start to get some money, them start to go for trips, them start to do everything that they didn't afford to do. And then all of a sudden they dry up, they don't have the money, then them start to freak out. Life is not the same, them get depressed, them this, them that. Some people crave that life. Some people had no life before, and some people just love it. Some people like it so much that they crave it. Some of them are narcissistic. Most people, some of them are narcissistic. Nothing wrong with, I don't want to use that word too much because I know it is overused. But a lot of people, some of them just love the limelight. They love the Louis Vuitton. Them love things. Them want to do breasts. Them want to do them nose. Them want to facelift. Them want to do everything. And some of them will do anything to have it. They don't want to work. Nobody these days, they wanna get things quick, easy. We're not talking about the baby boomers here. We're talking about the Gen Zs and the Gen X. Give me Jesus. Right? Right. You probably want Jesus. But mega tip on this. I know that I don't want to say it too. So far, both sex workers that testify had said Cassie call them and Cassie pay. Yes, I spoke about that. Cassie called them, Cassie pay them. So she contradicted herself. She said she didn't want to. She didn't say that she was forced to call them. Right. But one would have argued maybe Diddy asked Cassie to do it. And the sex worker said, the guy named Daniel, he said that Cassie pays him when you enter the door. Cassie had on a red wig. Yeah. So she did. So she was, to me, that is why I'm confused that in one point she said that she didn't want to do it and she felt forced into it, but then she was the one who was booking it and paying for it. So that is why we have to question, did he force her to do it? Did she have to do it? Was that one of her job? Or is she was a victim or she was a partner? That's what the question is. Is she a victim or she's a partner? If I wasn't for the hotel video, no one would have believed her, as Diddy was very popular and loved, and everyone knew she was just a gold digger. Even if she's a gold digger, she doesn't deserve to be treated like that. Honestly. Even if she's a gold digger, she don't deserve to be treated like that. She's still human being in the eyes of everybody. we She's still human being, and I just covered the topic where you have a lot of women go out of them way to put themselves, to position themselves into a situation where it is favorable for them, and nothing is wrong with that. You see why I know that is, anytime a man say something, I know it. Listen, first of all, I'm going to say this: when a man see a woman and want a woman, right? Him see her, she have good smile, she have good teeth. Him see something about her that he likes, that attract him to her. And he would do anything to get that woman. Look at Donald Trump. His wife said that when she met him, he asked her for the number, and I don't think she did give him the number, and he find the number anyways, and he called her, he hunt her down because he saw something that he wants and he had to have it. That is it. He's the prize, and him see something, and because him have the money, he went off, he go off for it. He went after it. Simple. Now, if he didn't have the money, because somehow the poor men out there, wanna see what you want, but you just can't have it. Because the type of woman and how you don't have any money in your pocket, you ain't gonna have that woman. So when men talk about women are gold diggers, honestly, me shitting don't buy that shit. The woman sees something that she wants and she have a certain standard that she set for herself, and she decides, say, I am not eating boiled banana and butter with no man. So therefore, I am going to vet the men them I go out with. What is wrong with that? You see a woman, you like her face, you love her pretty ear, you love her breasts, them look nice, you love her tummy tight, you want her to have nice ass. What the sense that what if she look at you and says, okay, you have to come with certain security, you have to come with certain finances before I have you. Why not? Why not? Ask me. Why not? What is wrong with that? You see, we're quick to talk about gold digger because when a woman put her standard there on the talk, oh yeah, she's a gold digger. But you want the prettiest woman, the best looking woman, but you want it for cheap. You want it for cheap. No, no. You must willing to pay for what you want. I don't follow me. That did not come out right. I did not meant it that way. Honestly, I did not mean. I think I just fall. I did. I did not meant it that way. I am saying that it's not only just the money. Okay, what is the biggest thing for a woman in a relationship? Somebody tell me. Let me correct on if you know is right or wrong. What is the biggest thing for a relationship? What a woman look for in a relationship? Studies has shown that women are comfortable. What women want in a relationship, what them find that them want from a man in a relationship. Somebody put it there. Exactly, security. Security. That is what we want. Now, if you feel secure, right? We just cuddle beside you. We're not cheat. We're not doing anything. You are our forever. We feel secure. We know, say, you're not let us down. We're gonna be vulnerable. We're gonna do everything we can to keep that man. It's not about looks. It's not about how the man look. Nothing like that. Security. Yes, we want to feel safe, want to feel love, want to make sure that you have my back. That's what we want. Right? That's what we want. So that is what it is. What do I think men like? I think men want women who I'm going to say this, I might piss off a lot. I think men want, I wouldn't say a subservient woman, but a man want a woman who have them back, who no matter what them feel, they want is not a sense of security, it's just that she's going to be there for me. She's going to make this house a home. When I come home, I just feel like all my troubles are gone. Like the woman provide a space for me. When I go home, I feel like I am this woman take care of everything. That is what I think a man want. And a man want to feel like he he is it. He's the Effie. He's the prize bull. That is what a man want. He wants to feel like he's the prize bull and he's a man in his house. That's it. And if him feel like that, like him is some decision maker, to some of them want to feel like they're decision maker. They want to feel like they matter. They want, yes, that's what a man want. And when them don't have any sense, they make them feel important. Them love it. Yeah, men. They want to feel that way. That's why sometimes in a relationship, women need to calm down a bit. Sometimes you know certain things and you have more headspace than a man, but what you do, you just calm down. You just let him feel like him win some of the time. You know, but I argue with every little thing him say, even though you know say a bullshit him talking, but you just make him feel. You give him, make him make the choice, because men, the innate nature is they are the alpha male, right? And they want to, if you make a man feel like you take away his manhood from him, and the worst thing you can ever do to a man in a life. That's why usually some men, not always, but usually the men go out and seek somebody who need them and who want them. Make them feel like you can't do without them. Not always. I am a single dad here in Detroit, daughter 12 and 16, and had custody over 11. And I offer security, that, all that, and I wasn't enough for their mother. You wasn't enough. You weren't what she wanted. She wanted something else. There is something that she wasn't getting from you that she wanted, right? You offer all that. You offer something, you're gonna ask her what? Maybe, maybe I'm gonna give you advice, even though I don't know your situation, but based on what you say, maybe you get stuck with the branches, not the root. Some of us get involved and get entwined with people who come into our life for a season, and we turn them into permanent, like the root, and they weren't even the root in the first place. So you got to think back in your head and ask yourself, where was the red flag? Anywho, right? Something was missing. Uh, you ever hear the song "A Bad Man She Love"? A bad man she love. Guys, no. Yeah, go listen to the song Molly. I am sure that Diddy didn't make Cassie feel safe, but she stayed because of the money. She sold her soul, and and the payoff was not what she want. The payoff was not what she wanted. It's true. I feel so. She sold her. She sell her soul. Part of it, she sell our soul, and then after that, as she get older, because as we get older, we get wiser, and then she have resentment. Really and truly, I don't think that's what she wanted. She didn't want to have all those freak off, and she didn't expect, because I'm sure she's a pretty girl, right? And I'm sure she have some kind of morals, and that's not what she wanted, but she get caught up in this cycle. And then Diddy is an older guy, 17 years her senior, and because he's older, he manipulate her a bit, right? And then let her believe that she's gonna have all of this. You don't know, he's a trickster. Let her believe she's gonna have all of this. But being a fool, is it a crime? Right? And trick her and tell her, oh, she's going to be famous and this and that, and then drag her into a world that she didn't sign up for. And then somehow she get caught up into it, where she start taking all these things just to appease him, right? Because she figure if she appease him, the more she appease him, might give her the ring. She might get some of the wealth. Did you know that you have some people think that if you hang out at the barber shop long enough, you're going to get a haircut? Listen to what I just said. So she out with Diddy long enough, she's going to become a billionaire. This is just a point. Anywho, night all, say true to you. Right, you have to say true to you. You have to say, you have to, there's gonna be, listen, okay, this situation is a domestic violence situation, but it is also a sexual situation where it actually dehumanized her in such a way that I don't know how her husband can sit in the courthouse and listen to all of that she had done in the past and feel no way about it. This is what I would ask my husband not to come. To me, and a lot of people don't touch on this because, first of all, if something like that happened to me and I have to go to court to testify, remember that the court is not all about what happened. What they talk in the court, it's not public. I mean, yes, you get the transcript and whatnot, not that you can read it and whatever, but no recording, no video in the courthouse. So then, if me ever go on stage and testify and recall all those horrible things that done to, I'm sorry, I would not allow my husband to come into that court. Sometimes you have to reserve the right. Yes, him can hear it from other sources and all, but he's not going to hear it out of my mouth. I'm sorry. I wouldn't allow it. That is very detrimental to her marriage at this point. A man now go hear those nastiness and sit there like nothing. His friend is going to look at him differently. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't tell him there. Sung by Taros Girl on Pan TV. If you too pretty, me now want to right? Honestly, it says I'll be willing to bet anyone that within 1 year after or over that day will be divorced. Yeah, because this is awful. Why would she allow her husband to come into the court and listen to she go over all those horrible shitting things out of her mouth? First of all, she had a choice. It says that there's no recording. That means her husband is not privy to what is what I would say. I'm sorry, darling, you can't come. Man, that's my take on all of this. He should have never let him come into the courthouse about that. And then the irony is almost like it's very ironic. She's pregnant, like, and she sit there like an innocent person, sweet. She looks so flawless. Well, she wasn't a billionaire. She wasn't a billionaire. She was not a billionaire. People who were in the courthouse say that Cassie's husband was very visible angry. Also, Diddy had his lawyer request that the husband be removed from the court. He didn't remove himself from the court. He was right there. He was supporting her because when she was testified, he looked at her. Yes, because even when they said what you did, and she said she was choking, and then them ask her what, why you said no, and she says one time the guy came over her and was pissing in her mouth. I said, no, hold on now. Hold up. My husband never ever go listen to that shit. That is too gory. No. And him and the water in your mouth. You choke. Yeah. The judge allowed the husband to be in the court for that time. But I personally, if I'm testifying and I did all those horrible things, I tell my husband, no way. I'm sorry, darling, you cannot be in the court. I wouldn't want him in the court. She have a right, right? She have a right. Sometimes what we don't know as men and women, what we need to do is sometimes it's not every secret you have in your life if you expose it to people. People change like green lizards and it becomes your argument. They will take it and tell you later on in life when you and them have any little argument. They will cuss you with those words become weapon. That's why some of us relationship don't last on a talk too much, on a chat too much. Things were happening at the past, unless them directly fish it out and want to know. They're leaving separate. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Him still listen to it. Let him stay home. Let him hear it elsewhere. You're not going to hear it come out of my mouth. Because in the end, the court, no video allows, no recording allows. He's going to hear it on the street. Let him hear it on the street, not by my mouth. Because once it come out of my mouth, it is facts. Because she was testifying on these things. I wouldn't even want to tell my story. Some people wouldn't want to tell them story. But that's why I said she's admirable. I like her because she's willing to come out there and tell our story, what happened to her. But guess what? She's not telling the story. Oh, she should be told. She should tell the story and said, listen, I came in Hollywood and Hollywood is awful. It makes you do things that you don't even imagine you would do in life. I don't know. I get caught up in all of this because of the fame and the fortune. And honestly, I didn't want my life to be like that. I don't know how I get and did it promise. I bet you if you did come and tell us the story that way, there wouldn't be any hole in it. So yes, I love the fame. I want the money. I this and this and that. I might have got prison. Trust me. And that's not what I wanted. I didn't want that. But that I just felt I don't know what hold he had over me. I felt like I had to do it in order to keep him. I'm just making this shit up. Maybe I had to do it to keep him. And I felt like I wanted to reach in life and so on and so forth. The sad part is one day those poor kids are going to read and hear about all that. Yes, they are going to. But them can also say, you know what, my mother was strong. My mother was strong. And if it never happened to their mother, at this point, she wouldn't have $30 million either. So everything happened for a reason. I know, because me feel it to the guy need to be there as a support. But the stuff that that girl had to say and do for the next 3 days, like today's what, Tuesday? Can you imagine? Wednesday and Thursday, she might be on the stand and it's going to get dirty because when time she's going to be examined, like when Diddy lawyer or go cross-examine her, they're not going to, I mean, the lady is going to speak to her, right? Because I can guarantee you the woman is going to be examining her. And when them examine her, they're going to talk to her nicely. But trust me, there's no stone is going to left unturned because there's a lot of holes. She never closed some of the loop. Like she leaves something half said, half done. It still leave question in your head. right? And so they're going to question her. They're going to ask her, right? Sometimes the lawyer listening to people ideas outside and this and that and take down notes from different people to see how to go in there and question her and see what they, because a lot of platform people have things are saying, there's questions, there's on court TV, people have questions, people are asking why I don't understand this, why this don't seems clear to me, this part don't seems right to me, why didn't she do this, why did she pay the dancer? Why did she pay the escort? Why did she make all the arrangement? What did she was she doing? Was she a partner? She at one moment she said that she didn't want to do it. Did he coerce her the whole 10 years? Did he held her against her will? It's lots of question. Right. And I'm sure they have people who then probably can testify that she was all into it. They can bring up the fact that she enjoyed free cough also because when she had her birthday party, she had free coughs. She set it up. Right. That is getting the alimony because how can you, let me ask you something. If you marry a guy and you learn about certain past, certain thing about him, and you know say your wife is my men that you have dated no normally want to hear about another man. Them don't want to hear, they don't want to hear the horrible, like if they don't want to hear the detail. It's different between men and women. Some men, if you tell them you used to talk to Buddy over there, okay. But if you tell them and you start to say, oh, we had a good sex life, and then you start to go into detail. They don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. While a woman would go and she would just dig, 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 dig. She want to hear every single detail where he even can't help her. If the man cheat on her, she want to hear everything. And normally a man, he likes to cheat on women, but he don't like to be cheated on. So it's a different thing, a different exactly thing for a man. Now, him a go home and hear say him wife have free cough up and free cough up and free cough. What man want to find out his wife was a kiss drinker? Exactly. Exactly. Who wants to know that? Right? And it's not once, it's not twice. It's with dozens and dozens over the years, 10 years worth of time. That is 10 years worth. That's not easy. That is not easy. 10 years worth. You understand what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying? So for him to be there, I think that is a mistake on her part. She could have her mother, she could have her cousin, she could have other people support her. I know she didn't see did it for a long time and she felt a way about it. Because you never know, just because she having a baby in her belly, that doesn't mean that she not love this man the same way. She probably even love him because she couldn't look at him. That tell me, say, if you can look him in an eye, because multiple people said that she could not look at Diddy. If you do me wrong, me I stare in your eye and let you know what you did to me. What you did to me is wrong. But she couldn't look him in his eyes. That bears the question, why? Is she afraid of him still? I don't know. Somebody answer that. Tell me if maybe she's afraid of him. Why, in a normal circumstance, I need somebody. You know what? I am going to watch. I am going to. It is a pity that them don't make this court so that the whole public can see, because I'm sure people would analyze our testimony and everything the same way they analyze Johnny Depp and Amber. Remember how Amber, she, say she a lie. The way how she make everything, enhance everything. But she didn't cheat on him. Yes, she did cheated on him. She cheated. Oh, yes, she didn't cheated on her husband. She didn't cheated on her husband, but she cheated on Diddy. Because the relationship, she said she thought the relationship was monogamous when they first got together, but later realized it's not monogamous. Later realized that he's Diddy, he's not going to be. And right there and then, you see, the lawyer is not even catching all these things. She said that she thought the relationship was monogamous. Then when she realized that the relationship is not like that, she there and then is a out for her, but she didn't get out. There is a out for her right there. She realized that it's not, and him tell her, yeah, she realized there's a out for her when she find out said that it's not monogamous. She didn't want out. Anyways, I truly believe Diddy telling himself if he wasn't rich, it would be very different. So I like the self-interest for. Listen, Diddy is a narcissist. He's a pride. He believe he's the prize bull. He believes he's untouchable. He does not take responsibility for his action because people like them cannot. When you, it's like Oprah after she make her million and become billionaire, nobody can relate to her. She's unrelatable. She talk about shit now. She don't talk about poor and oh people are suffer. She talk about living her best life and how you get rid of friends. Some out there things where she in her little bubble now. She start to be in her little bubble. She unrelatable. At this point in time, she unrelatable. So with him now, him live, he's a billionaire for so long and live up in the cloud that him now go take responsibility. It's not until him dead here for years and years and years before it a fucking click in him head that listen, you put yourself there. She cheated with her husband while still with Diddy. She had relationship with, oh yes, of course but she didn't marry him yet. She didn't marry him yet. She was having a relationship with the husband. The husband, she Diddy employ her husband to train her and she fall in love with the guy. Diddy was jealous. She said that Diddy send in the court, in the script, said that Diddy, she lived close by and he would send his security to find her and bring her to him all the time. She couldn't get away from him. Diddy didn't even let her talk to other men. Diddy was very powerful and would beat up any, right, he would beat up any man. He even light a car on fire at one point. Yes, he was controlling. He was a controlling human being. He was controlling. He controlled her. But I think she like, you have some women, you hear the song, a bad man she love, a bad man she love. Some women get turned on by those things. Me know some women can't understand it, but some women get turned on by because the relationship was tumultuous. And she would keep going back too. I don't know. They said that it take you 7 years to leave a relationship. Did she leave the relationship? Or is it because he was with somebody else and she get jealous why she leave? Right. I know that. She went with the trainer. And then he become her husband. He loved her. Obviously, the trainer see her and want her. But the trainer could be an opportunist too. Because what kind of money that the trainer can have? That trainer doesn't have that much money. And now she put herself, it's like Halle Berry. Look at Halle Berry. Halle Berry is talking to all these poor ass guys, but they are pretty looking guys. And when she had the last child to the guy, she had to be paying him. She pay him child support for the kid and alimony. Ali Berry paying him. She had to. Look at that. So sometimes it work out the other way too. And we would have think that why would a man want to take money from a woman? Now the trainer see her and want her. And him ready, I want her. Yeah. See her and say, boy, she look good, me want this. And them who to tell. Then the two of them together, she plan up, she go with the trainer, and then later on, she filed for the thing, the lawsuit. And in a 2022, she didn't go to the police, nothing. She just filed a lawsuit, get a proper lawyer, file a lawsuit. And she filed it in the court. And the next day, she asked, because she did ask the money, remember? She asked for it and him did it turn her down, something like that. Then she filed it in the court, 15, 17 pages. Right? She filed the lawsuit. And she get the $30 million, which she deserve, of course, for all that. For all that, she deserve it. She deserved the money. I believe she honestly deserved the money. Because if you had to freak off over and over and over and over, come on, you must get paid for what you do. Plus, I believe it was against her. She claimed it was against her will. I think her moral wasn't that's not what she wanted. She didn't want that. She didn't want that. I don't think she wanted that. This is my opinion. It is not factual. I'm just going to state my opinion here. I don't think that, this is my opinion. My opinion is that she's 19 years old, right? She knows that Diddy have her is record company. She see herself as a musician. And Diddy saw this beautiful 19-year-old come. She's pretty. She's a pretty girl and she attractive looking. And he said, and he signed her up and she did her first album and then he started to date her. He was married at the time to Kim Porter. Then he wanted her card. Men like that, when them see something pretty and young and fresh, them want it. Him just have to have it because she new upon the scene. And she's on, maybe she untouched, right? She wasn't a virgin or anything, but she look, when you're 19, you're wet behind the ears, you have no sense, you just come out at the boondocks, you know nothing. It's almost like you were brought up in the country, you come out now, you're right? And then all of a sudden she feel like she hit a gold mine. That's my assumption. She hit a gold mine. She see Diddy. Then now he uses his charm on her and says, you're so beautiful. I'm going to make you into a superstar. I'm make you into a model. I'm going to make you this. And he promise her the world. And then now she feel great about it. She probably go home and tell everybody, oh, I met Diddy, the richest man. He's a billionaire. Blah, blah, blah. And she talk. Anyways, she still have her moral. She didn't know what she was getting herself into. She dated him treated her with respect because I'm sure he didn't just expose her to everything at that point, right? So A lot of people use excesses and those things. So I'm not gonna snap her for that, right? So anyways, so she know, so she now come in and then now all of a sudden now she and Diddy the dating blah blah blah. She feel great. He might help her out. She did one album, whatever, whatever. Them having the relationship nice and so. But knowing him now, he has to step it up a notch. So him hook her, right? Him hook her and she take the bait. Then now, because he's a billionaire and because he's the F and because he's the prize bull, he thinks that he deserve everything. Because when you have that much money, you feel like you're untouchable, and you feel like you can get everybody to do whatever you want them to do. And now she get caught up in the limelight where she have all these people, she say celebrity where you and I would want to see. But she get to see them every day. So her head now is just bursting. Now she start to feel herself, right? So then all of a sudden now, he start to have all these party and she's involved in it. She becomes his main woman. And then now him start to expose everything because it take you about 15 months. If you know about relationship, think about relationship, it take you about 15 months or 2 years to actually to get to know a person. When the person relax a bit and you start to see their anger, trust me, I know relationship always take that much time because people don't show you their true colors when them just meet you, right? And he's attracted to her. So then him start to show her true colors because she said it all start when she 22. So now she start to see his true colors. And then he's the prize bull. So now him start to have these freak off party. And then he must say, well, if you want to be my man, you have to entertain because this is what I like. This is my life. I love these things. This is what get me off. Because you can just imagine a man who watch porn all the time cannot get off just easy like that. They need excitement. Them change their brain structure. They have to do certain things in order to reach that high. So now she alone can give him that high. So then now he's there and he wants that high. So him take it up, him step it up a notch. And then him probably give her an ultimatum, well, you have to go do this or else we're not going to have anything. And she don't want to give up the limelight or the lifestyle. So she did it. Somehow him coerce her into doing it, even though she don't want to do it. It's not of her nature. But she do it anyways because she want to be in that bubble. So now then she have to take whatever she take for preserve her soul. And she do it and do it and whatever, and she do all the freak off now, and it a get to her. Because when you keep doing stuff like that, after a while it get to you, you don't want to do it anymore, right? If you have any morals, that's not how your parents grow you. That's what you was brought up on. Why am I doing this? She probably hate herself at some point. And then him now give her the ring. No ring, nothing, 10 years. Then she says, I had enough. Enough. No money in the world are going to make me do no more freak off. Enough is enough. And then guess what she do? She vex because him start looking at other woman because she becomes stale now. Because he doesn't want chicken anymore. He wants steak. Right? And because he wants to hit steak now, him start to look at others. And then now she now just boiling. Oh, I did all of this for what? No ring, nothing. You think you're just gonna fuck me over like that? No, it ain't gonna happen. So boom, she go to a lawyer, contact a lawyer, put her thing together, bam, she get $30 million. Bam, one of the video release because somehow the video get leaked, it released to the public. So don't know the FBI now do the investigation and boom, boom, boom. So everything start. It's not she called the FBI. She didn't go to the police. She get her $30 million, put it in her pocket. And then that's it. Yes, I was going to mention Cheers as well. I forget about video. Yeah. But you are right, Vincia can always be included in that list. Diddy was just like a huge other woman in the Playboy documentary claim he didn't even like sex. He just wanted to be in the room. Exactly. Him just get right. Her hobby should be sick after is this exactly. And so that is my assumption of what happened. And then now this is where we are at. She's trying to prove, or they are trying to prove, that he's a monster, which I believe is horrible. He's a monster. Why would he have his woman do things like that? Why? That's the question. And that's where it is at today. And her husband sit in the courtroom today, listening to her, said, oh, when it's done, it stinks in the room. I want to gag and get out of there. It's nasty. She feel horrible. Hmm. Can you imagine? And I don't know. And then trust me, tomorrow is going to be brutal. They're going to cross-examine her. Or we don't know, because this is just day 2. The trial is 2 weeks. So we're going to be here for 2 weeks. You and I are going to be friends. Anyhow, guys, that's all today. We're going to listen. A man can't go no farther than a woman left let eggs. I feel so, because guess what? One of the part too, when they ask her, did you say stop? She never really clarify. He said stop. She never clarified that. So the cross-examine gonna ask her, did you say no? When you were there doing the freak off, did you say no? Or you just get tired of it? They're gonna ask her a lot of questions. They're gonna ask her. But my question is, I don't understand how it become racketeering, or it become trafficking, and how it become hired for. I don't understand that, because this sounds like a domestic case to me, unless they are going to be bringing in people to say that he explored people like other people and whatever. Now they say they have two. The third, they have 3 witnesses, but one of the witness disappear. They don't know if they're going to testify or not. But the other one is going to testify. Let me see. Hit the like button or double tap the screen and subscribe to the channel. Thank you very much, Jalen. Listen, hit the screen. I know I always not remembering to such this something like that. The real truth is Diddy wanted to be in the room because he was more interested in looking at the naked men, but he didn't want to admit that. So Diddy's self-hate came out in the form of abuse. Yes, it may be. That I've heard that before too. I have heard that before too. Even though, because most people said that he would just walk over, because the guy said, that is the guy we named Daniel, the one who testified. He said that he said Diddy would direct what to do. And then he said that Diddy said he must pee. And then when he did, Diddy came over and did the same thing. The prosecutor asked the first sex worker understand how was Cassie demeanor, and he said he was very happy throughout. She was very happy throughout. Yes, she was happy, right? And then said, why? He says, because he didn't really love her, just enjoying himself at her expense. If a man love you, he doesn't want other men even looking at you, because you are a precious prize and priceless to him. It's true. That's what I said. How? How did he do that to her? Then he made a tweet. Remember, Diddy made a tweet and says that Kim Porter was his soulmate. They said that it upset her too. I don't know. Listen. Listen, there's a lot to unlock here because she didn't look unhappy when she was there. And I'm wondering if they're going to put one of the video and show how she was enjoying it. That's what I think they should do. We never get to see it though, but it is a possibility that they might bring a video, one of the videos, because they found videos on her. She had the videos on her device. I wonder if them are gonna bring in the video, one of the freak off videos, and show how she looked like she was having pleasure. And say, okay, is this look like somebody was controlled, was being controlled? She could have been pretending, and that is true. She had to pretend because hear what she said. I have it written down here. One of the things that she said, which you have to look, Diddy would say, Diddy would say, sometimes she said she was angry, she zoned out because him hit her in the face. And he would have said to her, watch your mouth. And he would say, fix your face. So if she look angry, he would say to her, fix your face. That means she wasn't allowed, but she's giving us all these little hints, right? Like, fix your face. Why are you angry, right? So she's setting it up. Him could get a bit, yeah, maybe he did. But he had all kind of people come there. I heard Hollywood go to the party when him throw the party. People people couldn't believe what they see. Him have all different kind of party. Him do everything to her. Him beat her, him threaten her, all kind of things. He deserve some time in jail. There is nothing meaner than a cheated gay man. There is nothing wrong with being gay, but everyone sadistic tendency. That is true. We have some people have some sadistic tendency that them work them have it and them have okay. And he I dated a guy one time and he was in love with my feet. And it was the most, I didn't like it because I'm here thinking that my feet is the ugliest feet there is. And then this guy loved my feet. And then every time when if we're doing it, him just have my feet, just look at my feet. And it was you ever have a part, no matter how beautiful you are, you have something about you that you don't like. And then the thing that I don't like about me, that's what the guy take and the guy and in my feet. So I'm thinking him have a feet fetish. So that is what it is. People, people, people have certain things and certain fantasy. Some of us, like us, when we're poor and so, we don't get to dive deep in our soul into certain things where we would have require our desire to do because we don't have the money to do it or we don't have the money to pay to do shit like that. Because if they didn't have money, he wouldn't get this to this point. He wouldn't get to this point. Let's say she checked out, but it's more about power and money. Uh, let's say that, yeah. Let's say she could have checked out. Why didn't she? Why didn't she check out? Maybe Emma forced her to stay. Maybe the video, the recording, because this is what they're presenting here. All those video, he threatened to release the video, so that hold her hostage. And holding her hostage, that is one of the biggest thing that is going to bite him. The fact that he holding her hostage based on the video. You have the video, that's a dangerous thing. Like you're holding that on her so that she can't leave because she fear that you're going to show the world her. So they're going to get him on that for sure, for sure, for sure. For sure, for sure, for sure. I wonder if he had men poor and living in poverty, would he have? I don't think that he would have lived out his all of his fantasy like that. Because if you don't have money, you cannot afford to do it. It costs one sex worker is $1,500 to $6,000 depending on what they know. That's a lot of money to pay somebody for a couple of hours. 6 grand. And the more you know, cause him sort out these people. He sort them out. And if you know more and if you can bring anything new to the table, him even want it more, you get more money, you bring more to the table. How many people earn $6,000 a night? They said he never told her he would show the video though. Well, that's what they said. We don't know that. But people often say that he would have freak out parties and then he would record people and then he would use it as leverages in Hollywood. That's what people say before even this shit. So that is why he keeps people. This is how he keeps people in his circle. And this is what he used to manipulate people. This is the hearsay part. Nobody knows for sure. Yeah. I just feel honestly that the situation is messed up. I don't feel that Diddy, I feel that Diddy is a monster. I feel that him is horrible human being and him should have never treat nobody's child like that. I mean, sex worker, they choose to do a job like that. But if you have a girlfriend that you love and adore like that, you should never put her into a position like that. That is why Justin Bieber are losing mind now. Well, yeah, that's what they say, but we haven't heard anything. Nobody come forward and say anything. I wish that, I wonder if them going to put Justin on the stage, understand? I would love to expose all of these people. That guy is troubled. I think Justin is troubled because Justin is just not. I don't know if Justin is in love with his wife. That's what I think. I don't think that guy is in love. I never see that guy look like him in love with that woman and look at that woman with love. Have you ever seen Rihanna and ASAP Rocky? When them they together and just and kiss her and she just all melt and the two of them just so you can see the body language. There's no doubt about it. It's just a different body language. You know, when people love each other and comfortable with each other. God pray that they be like that. Even Cassie and Diddy, when them used to be out, they look like them in love somewhat. When they see the two of them all smiles. Unfortunately, he's not the only one. He just got caught. There's plenty. I believe there's plenty of folks there. Because remember they tried to call out Jay-Z and then they sue him and then it get dropped. People try sue him, but they can't. He's untouchable. He's one of them that is untouchable. Them alleged all kind of things on him, but he's one of them that is untouchable. They had to drop it. Right? But I'm sure and him and Diddy is friend. They were friends. Yeah, they sue him. There was a lawsuit, and then they had to drop the lawsuit. Yeah. Yeah, I think he's a gatekeeper. Honestly, I do believe that. I think you can touch. I think you have some people in Hollywood you can't touch, right? Just like, okay, I'm not saying this woman is not good, but have you ever noticed that some of the songs that get recognition, you don't even know it. Like them get album of the year, this all the time. You know, so them a buy out the whole thing. There's nothing no go so. Wow. Yeah. They did try to sue him with the same lawyer, but you can't. The guy there is untouchable. They try to get this, try to them call it John Doe. Nobody knows the name. The name wasn't released, John Doe. Can you imagine if we hear about the name? Lord, they call it the John Doe. Some of these names don't get released. John Doe is suing the Carters. I believe he was taught by Civil Davis, who was the best friend. Huge ever going all the way back to exactly. That is why you need to have big friend in big places. That is why when you're in Hollywood, you can't just stay by yourself if you're gonna mess around, right? Life is funny. Life is beautiful when you think you're gonna just get away with shit. Look, P Diddy, he didn't know that he was going to be behind bars. All the millions and millions of dollars that he has, they thought that he's a flight risk. He could have waited outside, you know. He could have waited outside. He's been sitting in jail for how long now? They never let him go. You know how much appeal and appeal and appeal, and them didn't even give him bail. He sit there intentionally. They want him gone. Look what happened to R. Kelly. Hmm? Look what happened to R. Kelly. From them say R. Kelly went down because he thought that he was untouchable and he wasn't even big like Diddy. And they think that he was untouchable. I personally like R. Kelly's song better than Diddy, not anything. I don't even know why Diddy is so famous, honestly. But anywho, and R. Kelly went to jail. Diddy should have straightened up and he should have cleaned out house and he never realized he's gonna get caught. All of these men in a black men, why you leave yourself so careless that these women can sue you? You see it happen all the time. You see it happen all the time. Yes, them just I want to have it. It's just like with the apple. Remember the apple where the Lord tell us not to pick? Don't pick that one. In there, don't pick the apple. You can't. You see it look beautiful, you have to have it. You have to take and then you just destroy your whole career. How much millions of dollars he has to be paying for lawyer fee? You think if them let him out tomorrow, he's gonna be doing the same thing? I wouldn't trust nobody. Who the hell? Yeah, I wouldn't. I wouldn't. I wouldn't. I would surely. I would be ashamed of myself. I would have hold my head down like this forever. But someone would have said, in my country, they said it's 9-day talk. People soon forget. You remember Amber Heard and Johnny Depp? He lost his entire career over it. That Pirate of the Caribbean, he lost his deal. He's lost so many. You see a woman mess men up? He lost everything. Look at Pirate of the Caribbean. I think Disney did take him off of the from earning any income from that because he was abusive and the whole 9 yards. I don't even know if him get compensation again. He lost a lot of money over that. It cost him an entire career over what happened to him and Amber Heard. Millions and millions of dollars. Somebody who we look up to and look there just like that because he want a young woman. Same thing. Yeah. And I did love him. Playboy fell off because of the internet. 1994 Civil Davis signed Bad Boys to one of the biggest contract himself in music, and that keep Diddy become a gatekeeper. Oh yes, yes, Diddy was a gatekeeper, and that is what the problem is. They need to get rid of him so that new talent can come in. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that sometimes he's a gatekeeper. It's only who they want to be famous. Like I know, like Kelly Rowland, she was very good. And I didn't understand how that girl never make it. I thought she would have made it. There's so many of them that I thought had potential to make it in Hollywood. And then some of them never really make it. It's like them just destroy some people. It's just some people. That's why when I saw this, the little sweet little one, what's her name? Tyler. I'm saying, Lord, I hope she make it. He gotta be kissing while trying to find the picture out. Exactly. That's what I can't do. Why the fuck? Excuse my expression. Why would she take her husband in there? That don't make no sense. Someone wanna text the woman and tell her don't carry him there tomorrow morning. He needs not to be there. Take your mother for support you or your sister. Lord, upsetting. She thinks she's doing good and she's looking at him here. She was looking at her husband. That don't make sense to me. People, that is not right. Can you imagine the exactly? Because if me know in my house and me tell me say how for the last 10 years I've been doing freak off and get sex workers and escort dancer and this, and when the water coming out my mouth can't even, right? Me I choke. How you know to stop? Because I was choking. And your husband hear that, and your husband said, I wonder, oh, boy, I mean, I know any of the camera was in there, everybody I would be on the husband. That's why them said, people, no, sir. No, when I carry him in name, I forgot hear it from the news or something now when them I report it back, but it wasn't going to be there. When I expose myself, sir. Listen, I gotta tell you something. Like when we have relationship, and if you meet a man and him ask you how much relationship you ever have, if you have 20 of them, you gotta tell him say I got two. No man, I did have this. You only tell him about the long-term boyfriends that you had. You're not gonna tell him say you did have Dick, Tom, Harry, and the one them where you don't even remember their name. You're not going to do that. At no think her husband was already aware. Yes, we all know that he was already aware. But let me tell you something. Some people live in a denial. Not until them go a courthouse and then hear some of the things that, especially tomorrow, when they are going to cross-examine her and ask her in detail. Because when they might ask her, they might ask her how the place smelled, the stench, what happened, what did he pee and things like that. Listener, please, you do not want your husband to be there. That is not right. Him don't, and him should have some respect for her too. Get the hell out of there. His man made her into a house and make her into a housewife. Yes, yes. Nothing wrong with a woman still. Me not judge her. Me not judging her. Me not judge her. She is still a woman and she still have her. She's a mother. She's going to be at mother number 3. This is her third child. I'm not judging her. She deserves happiness too. She makes a mistake when she did younger. That doesn't mean she must be punished. All I'm saying is that don't keep him there. And when you explain it, you're looking at him face. How can you looking at your husband face in a some gruesome? It's almost like no sir, that's not right. But that's $22 million she settled might have. No, and a 22 million, at 30 million me here she get. Cassie was most likely upfront with him. Yes, she was. Guys, we all know that the guy was hired by Diddy to train Cassie. So he knew where she's coming from or what he's getting. He knew that because he must go to some of the freak off party himself. Because me here said Diddy like to invite people a freak off party. So the guy must go there too. So him employ this guy. So he knows what is going on. And we already understand say him know what was going on. What I'm saying is that to have him, your husband come in, because none of we know the detail of it. I never know all the little nuances and the individual detail. Why you gonna make your husband come in, come listen to those things? No. She have nightmares too. She have nightmare. My feel say she have nightmare, and it is just so awful for her. It is horrible for her. It is not good at all. It but me not lie. Me never want my husband in there. Mother tell him to get up and come out. No, darling, this is brutal for you. Me no want you have nightmare too. Me no want you have nightmare too. No, sir. Jackie, we probably knew about freak off. Oh, I don't know. You know what is freak off? I did not know what freak off was until I heard it. Come me always thinks a freak off is a orgy party and that the whole you know. But freak off is you get male escort, somebody who are professional, obviously, that comes in and you would sit down like the king and you will direct what them do or what them do. If you say poo, them poo. If them say pee, them pee. And then you can choose to join in or you just choose to watch from the side as pleasure, right? And anything goes. Anything goes. And it could be 1 or 2 people, 3 people, whatever. And you just watch for pleasure. Come on, what nightmare? I bet she got hers too. She hung in it for 10 years. That's true. 10 years? She love it. Did you know that some people, okay, have you ever heard? I don't have anything against gays, but some people come and them say that them never choose to be that. It's just that somebody raped them when they were children or, abused them as a child. And then it happened that them do like that because it's continuously. So them get promiscuous and like that. That's all them know. So I'm thinking that with her, can a person, somebody correct me if I'm wrong, can a person who live a certain lifestyle for 10 years and getting multiple excitement like that, can they go back and live a normal life? Like at some point, don't you think that person are gonna get bored with that one non-missionary position? Oh, but I don't know. I'm just wondering because if you do something for 10 years and it did pleasure you, because they did in court today when the guy was testifying yesterday, he said that how was her demeanor? And they said that she was smiling and she was enjoying it. No, sir. Okay, her husband definitely know about the extent of the abuse. Let me ask you, why would you think the woman was awarded $30 million in the lawsuit? It was due to the extent of the abuse. Is the most, I don't know. I don't know, people. I just see somebody in my yard. That freaked me out. No, I believe she deserved the $30 million. If you had listened to our conversation earlier, I said, yes, she deserved it. He's a monster. She deserved the money. With all due respect, I think she deserved it. She even earned it, to be real honest. She should have gotten more. What I'm saying, though, is he pay her out, right? But why didn't she go to the police? Yes, she get the money. She get monetary value. That is what she get, monetary compensation. Why didn't she not go to the police prior to that and tell them about the abuse? You could question maybe she was afraid, but when she filed a lawsuit, normally people who is being abused, them go to the police and so on and so on. When they win the case, then them go to lawsuit. But that's not what happened here. She went to the lawsuit. She didn't go to the police. So that begs me to think he settled because he's not guilty. But she settled too. She went to the lawsuit because she want monetary compensation. Oh, it could be true too. Maybe, maybe. So she just sue him. She just decided to sue him and don't prosecute him. That's what happened. It's not she prosecute him. It's the government prosecute him. We need to get that very clear. She did not prosecute him. She went after monetary compensation and he settled with her. So I don't know if that helped the question. And I'm not saying here that she is wrong. And I'm not saying that she's not innocent. I'm saying that looking at Diddy behavior, he's a horrible human being. His sex life is dirty. What he does every day is just sinful. It's horrible. Who live like that? Why would you dehumanize your girlfriend like that? Get somebody sex worker come throw water at her, bodily fluid at her, and then you join in and do the same. That makes sense. It's not the first, not once, not twice. It's been going on for 10 years. Yes, he control her in any ways, and he control our 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 um our career. He baited her and she bite the bait. That's what he did. He told her he's gonna make her famous. Well, the other one, the, one of them is going to testify. I know what he was doing with Kim. Kim just ending up, I don't even know how she did, and as the lady just ending up that. That was just, even though I can't even get over that, I don't know how she just ending up just gone. That don't make no sense. She was only what, 42 years old, just like that. Boom. That's weird. He needs to go to jail. Honestly, thinking about it, he need to. He's a monster. Him deserve some of it. Him think him untouchable. And that's what I'm going to leave you guys with tonight. Listen, when people believe that they're untouchable because we put them there, actually, is we as people who listen to their music, support them, so on and so forth, will put them there. And so they become bigger than life. And when they become bigger than life, them think them can buy everything. And she get caught, this poor 19-year-old get caught up into shit. And then him use money and bait her and keep her there and abuse her. What did happen to our friends then? What did happen to our mother? What happened to people around her? I want to hear, I want to hear what people think, like her friends, her mother. I want to hear what people, they need to get people to testify to let us see the situation. I wish we could have get her side clearly. I hope it'll take 2 weeks. I want to see both sides, like people honestly come. But I just feel like it's gonna be like paid and a lot of hush hush because this is we are dealing with somebody of billions of dollars. We're not gonna get the real full picture because they're gonna try to paint it. I think the I personally don't see where the racketeering and where the sex trafficking and all that comes in. I see it as a domestic violence. But one could argue that the racketeering is the fact that he hold on to the videos and he's using it against her so she can't speak. I said, my granny always told me, boy, the devil not going to come to you to dress as the devil. Exactly, he's the devil. He's just the devil. And she get caught up because she want to be famous. That's what she want. She wanted to be, I feel that way. She's not 100% innocent, but she didn't deserve it. She didn't deserve that. She didn't deserve that. But this life is not easy. Look, you see, we talk about Shannon Sharp, but the same thing. It's just that him not big like him not. Shannon is the same situation. He go talk to some old woman. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna love you and leave you. Have a good night. Mwah.